Okay, good morning ladies and gents, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Living Lean. So it's been obviously a week since I've last uploaded, and to be honest, I had an amazing holiday. I had an amazing 4 days off the diet. Food was not great, if I'm honest. I consumed a ridiculous amount of bread. I had pizza here and there, had crisps, sweets, the whole lot. I'm feeling quite watery. I'm feeling very bloated this morning, obviously after eating a load of food. My digestion has not been great over the past few days because obviously my body's not used to having all the bread and everything. So today the diet resumes, meaning that we need to weigh ourselves and get a physique update. So before I went away, I weighed myself. I weighed in at 171.8 pounds, and I also did a physique update. So what I'm going to do today is compare the two and see what damage we've done, and see how much work we need to put in to bring it back down, and also to get as lean as possible for my holiday, which was a month yesterday. So first things first, let's weigh ourselves. 175.8 pounds is not too bad. So we have gained exactly 4 pounds over the past 5 days, as the last time I weighed myself was Wednesday last week, which is not too bad, and I'm assuming probably a couple pounds of that is going to be water, which we can get rid of fairly quickly. So now let's go and do a physique update.
Girl, we used to be lost, didn't know what it was, but it's love. Now she telling me all the things that she wanna do is just us. And I guess now that I got time, you got time, so what's up, yeah. Showing me how to.
So comparing the two physiques, I guess there isn't that much difference. The lighting is obviously slightly different. On the right it's quite bright, but yeah, you can probably tell that my midsection is quite cloudy. That's probably just going to be the water retention, but other than that, not too much difference. Obviously I'm leaner on the left, I look a bit tighter, look a bit better, but yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby, if I'm honest. It's not too bad. Good to be back. Good evening. I've had a crazy busy day today. Kind of today's been getting things back together, getting back into my routine, getting back on the diet. Obviously going to the gym. I trained earlier. I did 350 calories worth of cardio, so I did an extra 100 on what I'd normally do on a pull session, and that is because I feel like for the next 4 weeks we're going to really up the cardio intensity, and because of obviously me holding probably quite a lot of water from all the food I ate over the weekend, I thought I'd do an extra bit of cardio to bring the weight down a little bit quicker over the next few days, because I feel like it's going to probably take me about 3 days to get back down, 3 or 4 days back down to 171.8, which we started at last Wednesday, which I'd be happy with if I can get down that quickly. So yeah, very busy day, just kind of getting to grips with being back in Nottingham again, being back at home, back in my routine. So I'm just heading off to Asda now, gonna grab a couple of things for tomorrow. Let's go to Asda. Also need to get some petrol. Shut up! I wanna go back home. Hey! Dreams that you plan. Oh hey! Gosh, can tell I love being in Asda. Oh, hello there. Fuck's sake, what are you doing, Tom? Would you like a mint? God, it feels good to be vlogging again. We're back, ladies and gents, we're back. Plastic stuff, and also I just got asked for ID to buy a Monster. I mean, so you have to look under 16 for them to ask you for ID? Do I actually look under 16? I'm 20 next month. They're asking me for ID for an energy drink. Honestly. Finishing up the day with you know what. 200 gram of Greek yogurt and one 10-calorie jelly. Catch you guys in the morning with hopefully a nice little weigh-in. Best be like 3. Stuff 174. It's going down. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Never mind. Cheers. It is the evening of what you've just seen my weigh-in. So we weighed in at 174 pounds this morning, which is 1.8 pounds lighter than yesterday. So as expected, after doing the extra bit of cardio, we did drop some water weight, and I believe probably tomorrow we're gonna have another lower weigh-in, which will be good. Quick update on my training. So obviously I've been back 2 days now, got back yesterday morning, and training has been okay. I mean, the carbs that I've had in the past, well, over the weekend, has definitely fueled me in terms of energy. I've had unbelievable pumps the past 2 days, like pumps that I haven't had for weeks. However, strength has not been amazing. I don't know why that is. It might be a mentality thing, which is going to lead me on to my next point. So mentality when going into the gym, with either maintaining strength whilst being on a cut, progressing whilst being on a cut, or even growing whilst you're in a surplus whilst in a bulk. So the mentality is massively key. If you go into the gym thinking you're not going to move a certain weight, if you go into the gym thinking that your strength is decreasing, you are not going to move weight. You are just going to go into the gym, you're just going to think your strength is gone. You'll go and hit some weight and your strength will decrease. That is just the moral of the story. Have the mentality, whether you're bulking or cutting, that your strength is going to be increasing. Otherwise you are not going to progress in the gym. Obviously it's slightly different if you are in a surplus. If you're getting heavier, your strength will be increasing, but definitely whilst you're on a cut, have the mentality that you're going to go into the gym and smash every single set that you're going to go in for. Go into the gym knowing that you are going to progress in all your movements, and I promise you your strength will either maintain or increase whilst being in a deficit. So I've been cutting for like 10 weeks now, 9 weeks now, and my strength has been progressing throughout the whole period of time that I've been cutting, or it's been at least maintaining throughout the whole time cutting. So yeah, a massive piece of advice is whilst you're cutting or even in a surplus, have the mentality that your strength is going to be progressing. Have the mentality that you're going to smash every single exercise, every single set, every single rep, and I promise you your strength will progress. Even in a deficit, your strength will either progress or maintain at least. Okay, so currently out getting some steps in, listening to Josh Bridgman podcast, and this leads me to my next piece of advice. So this video we're providing a lot of advice just because I'm raring to go. Seeing as I pick the camera back up again, I'm just raring to kind of provide some information. So my next point is steps. So over the weekend that I was away, I kept my activity levels very, very high. So the first day we were there, we did 26,000 steps. And then I think every day after that, we did about 15 to 20,000 steps every single day. The key to, maybe if you are looking to go away, maybe if you're looking to have a break from your diet, or maybe if you're transitioning from a cut into an off season, if you're going onto a bulk, the key is to maintain your activity levels. So hit your 10,000 steps a day. Don't think that now you're not doing your diet, you don't need to do your 10,000 steps, you don't have to do your cardio. However, my piece of advice is to maintain your activity levels, keep your steps fairly high, at least probably 8,000 to start with. And yeah, if you are looking to have a break from dieting, maintain your activity levels for sure, keep your steps nice and high, just to kind of be healthy, keep active, keep your heart healthy, because it's the worst thing if you are in such a routine. You're very, very regimented and disciplined with your routine whilst you're cutting, and then as soon as you go into a bulk, or as soon as you go on a holiday or you take a break, you kind of forget about all of that. You forget about obviously your macros, your calories, your calorie intake, you forget about your steps, you forget about your cardio. But my piece of advice is, if you are looking to go away, if you are looking to transition to a bulk or anything like that, maintain your activity levels, maintain your steps, keep them fairly high, just so your body isn't kind of shocked from the change, and maintain that routine that you had for such a long time whilst you're in a cut. So there is no reason for you to come out of your routine. Just because you are not dieting anymore doesn't mean that you need to completely forget about your dieting routine. Good afternoon, ladies and gents. It is the following day. Today has been a very, very tough day. I mean, today the energy levels have been down here. Like, usually they're quite low around here. Today they've been really, really low. I think it's my body trying to get used to the low calories again. Obviously going away, enjoying food for 4 days, and obviously coming back and then dropping back down to calories, back down to the normal diet. I think my body's kind of trying to get used to it, and it's not used to it at the moment. It's not used to all the activity. So yeah, energy levels today were pretty low, and it's quite a warm day, but it's good. We're all good, we're plowing through. The time's currently 3:20, so I finished work slightly earlier than normal. I'm gonna chill out for a bit, kind of let my legs relax, probably for a good half an hour, 45 minutes, and then start having my pre-workout meal, which I'm probably gonna have about half an hour to an hour before I train. I'm going to be having bagels pre-workout meal today, which are faster digesting than the oats, meaning that we don't have to wait kind of 90 minutes before we train. But yeah, legs today, it's going to be a tough one. I'm going to run through the whole workout with you guys. We'll see if any weight moves today. I think after a good half an hour, 45 minutes lie down, I'll be raring to go, and especially after a monster as well. We're gonna smash for a monster today because we need it, so yeah. So today's pre-workout meal is just 2 bagel thins with a bit of lettuce, and 100 grams, I think it's 100 grams of roast chicken. We've also removed the fat, and we're gonna be putting that in the bin because we don't want that extra bit of fat. But yeah, nice and easy, quick and easy. So not long after the chicken thin bagels, I'm gonna be sitting and nibbling on the berry medley, so some fruit, 240 grams of fruit. So I usually have this probably about 20 to 30 minutes before I train, just because I really, really do enjoy my fruit, and it's a nice little carb source for a pre-workout meal. And I've also got my Monster, which you just can't beat. A white Monster. Adjust. Hoodie is on, headphones are in, the Vans are on, the socks are pulled nice and high. We've got our shorts on, we've got our intro workout, our logbook, and finally a nice cold Monster. The recipe for a fantastic leg session, so let's get it. Let's go. Okay, ladies and gents, so welcome to the leg commentary. I'm just going to sit here in the corner of the screen, as I like to do. It's quite cozy down here, you know. So just to run over this leg session, leg 1, so legs rotation 1. We've started off with seated hamstring curls. So for me, I do not like this machine at all, specifically this one in the arena, because it doesn't have a knee support, and for me, this is quite uncomfortable on my knees. I have to be quite careful. So for me, I drop the weight down ever so slightly, really focus on keeping my bum on the pad. So I use the handles to really kind of pull myself to the pad, and yeah, really focus on contracting your hamstring and your glutes. You don't want to throw the weight around. You want to have nice, slow, controlled eccentrics. We then moved into kind of like a close leg press. So usually we would do a hack squat or a pendulum squat, but because my gym doesn't have either of them, we're going to be doing a close stance leg press to kind of put some emphasis on the quads. So for me, I try not to go too heavy on this because I want to focus on range of motion, and I want to focus on slow eccentrics. So we literally did 5 plates aside. We did 1 set of 9 reps. We then did a back off set of 4 plates of 15 reps. So as you can probably tell, I go nice and deep into the movement, really controlled eccentrics, and then really power up the concentric. We then moved into single leg press. So we did like a muscle round, so a 6x6. So we did 6 reps, 5-second breaths, 6 reps, 5-second breaths, 6 reps, etc. until we did 6 sets of that. We just did kind of like the 1 plate aside. You do not want to go heavy on this. It's tough enough. The movement is very tough. Doing like a muscle round, it really does burn out your quads. But once again, you want to focus on going nice and deep. But for me, kind of as the sets go on, your range of motion kind of just goes out the window, and you're just focusing on just getting the weight up. Moving on, we went into leg extensions. So this felt really tough today. I'm not sure why, but what we want to focus on with leg extensions is really controlled eccentrics once again, but you do want to have kind of like a ½ second hold at the top of the movement. So as you extend your leg, you want to really squeeze at the top of the movement, and then nice and slow eccentrics. And once again, you want to use the handles to pull yourself to the seat. You don't want your bum to come off the seat, to really put that emphasis on your quads. So really slow controlled eccentrics is key, and you will really feel this burn. So we did 2 sets of 10 reps, and then we did 1 back off set of 12 reps. So yeah, we then finished up the workout with adductor and abductor work. So abductor is fairly self-explanatory, to be honest. If you get on one of these movements, it's fairly explanatory how to do it. Adductor, however, I would kind of put your legs as wide as possible. So you know how you can kind of set up the thingy like this. What you want to do is put them as wide as possible. I then will kind of climb into the seat, so I can get a really nice stretch on my adductors. And we did 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps on both of these, and we then finished up with some calves. So we did kind of like 1 set of 8 to 10 reps with a 10-second stretch in between, and we kind of did 3 sets of that, if you understand what I did. But for me on this movement, as you can probably tell, I'm kind of tapping my calves. So with this movement, I struggle to really engage my calves. So I feel like if I can tap my calves and kind of get that mind muscle connection with my calves, I find it much better. So I'm literally just sat there kind of like touching my calves to get my mind thinking about where I'm contracting the muscle. And yeah, I finished up the workout with some cardio. I'm absolutely dripping with sweat right now, sat in this car. We then did kind of some steps just to finish up the workout, as it makes sense to kind of do our steps after doing cardio. It's kind of like a warm down to bring the heart rate down a little bit, and then we're gonna go home, relax a little bit, bring the heart rate down to kind of base level, and then we're gonna be eating our post-workout meal. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna wrap up today's video here. Just because I feel like it's been all over the gaff and been trying to get back in my routine with filming and everything, and this video's kind of just been like all over the place, filming bits here and there, so I do apologise for that. But I'm going to start filming the next video tonight. So yeah, thank you once again as always for watching the video, guys. If you got to this point in the video, comment legs down below. So a hefty leg session, so comment legs down below, that'd be much appreciated. So yeah, Tom, you need to slow down when you speak. So yeah, thank you as always for watching the video. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Subscribe to Thomas Roundtree, legend.